I have a bunch of books that I have been saving over the course of the year. One of them is Zaytun, I think, by David Eggers, which is one of my husband's favorite authors, and Mr. Cutney actually recommended this for me. And another is this one called Quiet, which is the power of introverts. I've also really been wanting to read 13 Reasons Why, because a lot of my students have said that it's a really, really good book. And I have a bunch of other books that are stacked up on my nightstand.
On my summer reading list this year is a really ambitious text. This is a pretty fat one for me. I usually shy away from books that are this big, but I'm really excited about this one because we just finished reading Othello in British literature, and I was really interested in the question about what happens to Iago at the end of the text. And as I was browsing my local Capital Area District Library shelves, I found just such a proposition. So David Snodden has taken on the idea of what if and kind of tried to extend the narrative of what could have possibly happened after the events that finished up Othello. So I'm pretty excited to see what his imagination comes up with and see if it matches up with mine.
I would definitely recommend reading Perks of Being a Wallflower because it's coming out as a movie really soon, and I think it's a wonderful book. I think people would really enjoy reading it, so I always say read the book first because you never know how the movie's going to change it up. So I think people should watch it before they see the movie. I also, last summer, I read a book called Room that was a really, really cool book about a woman and her son who had been kidnapped, and it's all told from the son's perspective, and he's never known anything outside of this room that he's being held in with his mom.
Oh, sure. One of my favorite teen books to recommend has probably already been recommended if you've done any other interviews, but is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. It's a high interest story. It deals with very accessible and very timely topics, and it deals with it in a really interesting and unconventional way. So the protagonist of this story has a mystery to solve, and it's very compelling and very important to him to get to the bottom of it. So 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher would be one that I would recommend for teens.